Okay, this is Gurol. I'm here to talk about 32-inch wheels that industry is now aware. Is it coming to industry really? Let's take a look at the greatest joke about bicycle industry. You know this guy, right? Is it correct? But it is a nice joke. Now 29 is ruling the mountain bike industry, so it's good. Also on the races, they're all racing on 129ers. To be honest, after pandemic, bicycle industry really having bad days. Many factories are closing. Many good employees, talented people are switched to other industries. Why I'm going to make a design of 32-inch wheels? Recently, I saw a post in LinkedIn. Peter Appleton said they are going to race in Cape Epic with 32-inch wheels, which UCI let them to ride. So rule says nothing about the wheel size, but in cross country both wheels should be same size. So this is the design, very nice bike, and let's challenge if we can design a similar one, a simple one maybe in steel today. First, let's search what we have around in Google. So 32 MTB. So we have some articles that Bike Radar, Stall Bikes already has. That is the bike in the previous post. In Pin Bike, many news about those. So all new in late 25 or recently. So we have some movement for 32. Mountain bike is started at 26, but switched to 29. I was riding 26. World Cup riders or in Olympics, they were riding 26. Nowadays, everybody is riding 29. How it started? Actually, do you know the guy, Gary Fisher? So let's search who is Gary Fisher and what he said. Yeah, founder mountain bikes in 1979. What he said about 32 recently. So let's take a look of his posts and we can see he is interested in 32-inch wheels. Yeah, this guy. If you want excellent quality, here it is. It's a 32-inch suspension and wheels from brand. So Gary Fisher is looking for 32, and in the past he did this for 29, right? So we had 29 at top level. Let's go into design in 32-inch wheels mountain bike. I'm a small person, then if we can fit a 32-inch mountain bike to my size. As I said, I am 5'8", so I'm more or less average of the world. Tallest country is Netherlands. Mixed average is 5'9". So it goes down. This is my country over here. I'm almost male average. So I'm a small guy. Even 29 was hard for me to ride. Let's go into design, but first take a look. What was 26 for me? So this was my 26. I bought this bike. It was Giant ATX. I bought this bike while I was university in 1991. So it has 26 wheels, 1.95 inch tires, something like that. So this is the general geometry. So wheelbase was 104 almost, and the chainstay was 425. There's an information about this chainstay length. It is almost same with cyclocross bike at that date. So they use more or less same feeling on the design. So the seat angle was 73 and head angle was 71. So which I was feeling I was fast and not crazy but faster steering. So fork that year it was 44. So this is the geometry. I need this length. This is my seat top. This is my seat height from the middle of the bottom bracket. Then that is the almost total. That is not the reach, but it is the total reach from seat to my handlebar, which is here. I was using almost 0 degree, 10 centimeter stem. So this is my 26. I was very happy with this one. Also in single tracks, I was so fast. So it was good. But this has some limitations. Okay. So let's finish this one. So what are the limitations for the design? The first limitation is here that we need clearance from the ground. So it has two limitations. One is from ISO 4210. So you need to set an angle which is clear from the ground by your pedal. So it's a degree, something degree. And also this is a mountain bike. Then you need to, pass over obstacles. Then you need some space from your bottom brake to down to the ground. Then it is about 29. So we said this one is 29. So this is one limitations. Another limitations is front part of the shoe, front tire. It shouldn't touch. It's a mountain bike, right? So it's also in ISO, except the road racing. It's the tire is touching to your shoe. So my crankset was 175. So, and from pedal axle to my shoe, front of the shoe, was about 8 or 9 centimeters. So we have here, let's say 9. So my front tire is clear here. So this is the limitations. Okay. So another design limitation which is coming from the racing, so your rider should be down as low as possible because of the width. Another limitation by design is the handlebar should be lower somewhere and your body should be flat. In road racing it's much higher, but also in mountain bike it's important, especially in marathons. This is the place that I was riding 26. I was happy with 26. Then we switched to 29 because Gary Fisher said, right? But 29 was better, especially if you are passing through an object, tree roots or something, pavement, you jump into something, and you if you have a bigger tire, then you have more advantage than 26. Now we have two bikes over here, 29 and 26. You see the size of the wheels, big, 29. So if we put an object, they're passing it. It's 12 centimeters. It's that long, like a root or pavement. Then you have two different angles. On 26 it's 51 and 29 is 47, which is easier to pass on it because the force from that side is much lower than 26. So it's logical. Okay, now let's go into design 32. If we can, we will see. So you need to know the size of the tubes. For example, I was working for Axel Group in the production of Babu, the designer was in Netherlands. Then he was designing some frame for cargo bike, and we were building in Turkey, which sometimes the tube sizes didn't match. So some custom tube sizes we needed in Turkey, so we need to change the design. Then, as I'm in Turkey, so I found some list of the tubes that we can use in this design. So I'm going to use the tubes which is available in Turkey, steel tubes. Why I'm designing for steel? Because it's easy to produce for a person, for a single person that have welder or setup, frame master, whatever. Or in Italy, you can go, I'm sure they're still working in steel frames. You can go and make your own. Yeah, let's start. Okay. This is our design for 29, so we don't need to see 26 or limitations. The first tube we will use is 44 for bottom bracket. So it is 0.37 inch for inner. one of the limitation of the design is the wheel size. So we used to have 26, which at row was 559, and then we switched to 29, and at row was 622, which is same with road and cyclocross. Now we are switching to 32, which is 686. So this is the size of the rim. I mean the hook of the rim that tire will fit on it. So I wish we could have 2.4-inch tires, which is oof. So we have this is the rim, so and then 2.4 inch 2 times. This is big. This is big. So let's find our ground. Let's find our ground. So this is the ground that we have. This is the ground. Okay, what was our distance? 29 centimeters. So make it 290. And then our tire will touch to the ground. Okay, we have. Then this is the seat post. Then now we have some distance from wheel center to this one, which is crazy long. 48 is not acceptable for a bike on the cross country race. No, you cannot turn in a single track in between trees or whatever. So it is impossible. So what we need is 42.5 for 26 or cyclocross and 410 for road. So 43.5 is almost lowest distance for chainstay in 29. I can accept 45, maybe, huh? Wow. So this is a problem. We go into seat tube place. So we need a bend for seat tube. Since this is my seat place, the top of the seat, so I can create an arc over here from my seat to here and make a bend. We can make it, okay. But the problem is when you bend it, so here we have, we need a bended seat post. So there's no bended seat post. Then somehow we need to make some straight over here, then bend it again. Okay, let's make a straight over here until here maybe. So we need seat post and also seat tube. Then make an arc here. Okay. Okay, we can make this. Well, we have a problem. This is not a line. This is a tube. So we need a tube to make here. It will be at least 32. Let's calculate this with clearance. So we need 6 millimeter more than 44 is the max. So we can make a touch from here to here. We have tube 32, then 6 millimeter distance. So it's safe. This is seat tube. Okay. Now we have this flat section that my seat post will go inside to seat tube in the frame. So let's say almost middle. Show my 26. It's about here, the top of the frame. So it could be somewhere here. This is the middle. This is our seat stay, and this is our chainstay. Okay, good. So we need to reach the handlebar. Let's make another wheel for front. So how we calculate it is this one, and tire in inches plus twice. Then this is front wheel, so it should touch the ground. Then we need to have a fork from it. Then we need to have a rake, fork rake. Okay, let's 45. Then we have a fork. So as we said that the fork for 29 was 510, yeah, 510 millimeters. Then as we have a bigger tire, 32 to 29 is 3 inches and 1.5 inch. So fork could be minimum 54, maybe 55. When we make a search, there are some models, so they start from 55, goes up to 62, which has higher travel. So 100 travel is 55, which is 550, and we need to set an angle. I was riding 26 in some years ago. It was 71 front angle, but in 29 it became 69. So let's assume this should be at least 69, which is 110, 111. Then we have now axle to crown. Yeah, this is our fork. My frame can start from here. Okay, we don't know the place of the front wheel yet, so we need to arrange it. My handlebar is here. My fork goes, oh dear, with the suspension. Oh, that is bad. That is bad. I'm going to say producers make 4. Even this one is high. Okay. Then after this, we will have some frame part. Head tube. Let me say, we make it as low as we will have some headset in it. So it should be, it also should be some strength on it. Then we need some distance. Let's say it's 80 millimeters. Oh shit! It is as tall as my seat. Now, okay, let's make it 70. Okay. Do you remember the limitations that we have when we put the front wheel? Now we have touching shoe on it, so it should be somewhere further, like this one. Now we are safe. So we have fork rake over here, real fork, and as low as a head tube. My old position of handlebar was here. Then my top of head tube is here. My seat is almost as same height of head tube. We have a problem. Okay, now we need to put a handlebar. Let's go into detail over here. After head tube, we have some at least 20-25 top of the stem, and almost from middle of it, we need to go somewhere here. That's 20 degree down. I don't know. Now we have some distance from my old position. It seems that I have to, oh god, it's 5 centimeters. It seems that I have to change my riding position. What we've done here is failure to communicate. What we've done here is we put the wheels and we try to keep as short as the chainstay, but we had the wheel inside the tube line. Then we bent the seat tube and we put some straight for the seat posts, and we put a seat stay and chainstay. Now we have very small head tube over here. Then we can make, also my pedal is clear here. Now we can make the other tubes. I'm now 5 centimeters high than my 29er, but I have big wheels. So let's see the object. Now we have 10% more. It's better on obstacles. Now we have a problem over here. This tube is going into the headset area. So we need to push this point a little bit up. So it's touching here. So we need to go further, almost half a tube. Let's go back to main tubes. Then maybe we can have an arc from here, somewhere here. And let's make the bottom part also arc. Okay. So we have almost S shape here. And finish sketch. Then this one we don't need now. And maybe we can make it in the middle. Yeah. It's it. It's better. Let's make it in the middle. And make this tube. It was 38. Okay. Now take a look and show the fork. Now we are clear. Good. So far so good. Now we have the tubes. Main tubes. Reminder, this head tube over here is not taper. It is regular, 1/18 inches. So also this regular bottom bracket is PSA. Now we need to make the chainstay and seat stay. Now we are making the seat stays. We have 148 hub, then we have tube over here. Then we need to connect with tubes from these two sides to here. But what we need to care about is there's a wheel inside. So it was the throw was this. So it's a half. Okay, rim is coming until here. Then we have a wheel, tire, I mean. So it's 2.4 inches. So we have tire here. This is the rim height. This is the hub. We will have some seat tubes, seat stays from here to there. So it shouldn't be cut, the tire. We need a clearance. Also we have tube size, tube thickness, diameter. Then we need some distance from center of the tire. So 2.4 inch is the tire, plus 6 millimeters two sides is the clearance. So plus 16 is our tube. Then this is the center of the Okay, now we have a simple design for 32. So it seems that this is rideable by me as well as a small person. So this is it. Is 32 future of the bicycle industry? Not really. The average size of the people, height of the people is not matching with the size of the bike. But some people could use. Well, always bicycle industry needs a product to, go further. Like recently we had gravel. Before that we have fat bikes. Now we have e-bikes, but it's dividing the bicycle industry into two, mobility and the sport leisure bikes. So we will see. Okay, this is it. This is the design. It's possible to ride for me 32, but if I would prefer, I'm not sure. 29 was big for me. Bye.